New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
In Kenya, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. Brushing with Pepsodent removes bacteria and repairs tiny holes before they become cavities. Because every smile matters.
This is NTV.
A good evening to you. You're right on time for NTV Weekend Edition, and this is what we have lined up for the next hour. Tonight, their line and sideline narrative in the presidency carries on.
Mimi nawauliza, wakati tulitafuta serikali ya Jubilee, Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa na mimi ama alikuwa na wale wako na yeye sasa?
The DP's allies are feeling the heat, smelling the stinging gas, and the BBI divide is aggravating the situation. But Baba is upbeat about the coming Tuesday.
But Tuesday we want to get 24 counties approving BBI bill.
Also tonight, when the search for a missing person ends tragically.
By looking at it, it's badly mutilated. Her eyes are gouged out.
Grace Minor found dead, and a friend from church is a suspect. Plus, 14 high school girls in Saboti arrested for arson. More than 200 Form 4s in Makueni suspended for unruliness over refusing to shave their hair. CS George Magoha says candidates are ready for exams.
The children are prepared well enough.
And on our social discussion,
ukilia unaonyesha uko weak, of which mtu afai kuona wewe uko weak.
Mbona?
Because umelia. Like
mbona mtu afai kuona uko weak?
Because when you're a man.
Toxic masculinity. Let the men speak.
Would you consider going for therapy?
Oh. I don't think so.
No room for emotions.
They kinda, put stuff inside even when they are hurt. They are not speaking about how they feel, and the worst is they cannot cry.
This is Weekend Edition with Olive Burrows.
With me tonight as our sign language interpreter is Flora Atieno. Leaders allied to Deputy President William Ruto were this afternoon prevented from campaigning, for the United Democratic Alliance Party's London Ward MCA candidate for the upcoming by-election. Police say the leaders lacked a permit to congregate in what seems to be a subtle showdown between the two factions of the ruling party. Bridget Singana with that report.
Saturday morning, and this section of Milimani in Nakuru remained cordoned off by tear gas-wielding police officers as leaders allied to the Deputy President William Ruto prepared to campaign for the United Democratic Alliance candidate in the upcoming London Ward by-election. And when they were just about to hit the road, police lobbed tear gas canisters. Nakuru police say there was no notice on the planned campaigns for the UDA candidate. The leaders protested the position, claiming other aspirants went about their campaigns uninterrupted.
You are misusing the police. Matiangi na wewe kaa kama CS wa security na Inspector General wa polisi. Nataka kukuambia inakaa kama wewe pia umeingia kwa siasa and you have become a partisan politician. Kwa hivyo ningependa kuambia kama mnataka kufanya siasa, you step down from the civil servant seats you're holding. Mukuje tutafute viti hapa kwa ground.
Kwa hivyo ile kitendo utafanya ujue unafanya kinyume cha sheria. Kwa sababu kama unasema sheria ya kutuondoa hapa ni notification, madamu wako wako na notification. Na hiyo itatembea kwa career yako wewe kama afisa.
Nilikuwa na mkutano hapa area ya Milimani, kumiti na mobilizers wangu nifanye mkutano kwa sababu we have only 2 weeks. And it is unfortunate, mukiangalia vizuri, hawa wote ni askari wamejaa hapa.
According to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, in a bid to stem the spread of COVID-19, all 16 aspirants can only have roadshows within the ward and not hold public gatherings. Nakuru is set to have 2 by-elections on the 4th of March in London and Hell's Gate wards, with London ward seemingly becoming a tough war between the pro-Kenyatta and pro-Ruto factions of the Jubilee Party. Bridget's, Ghana, NTV, Nakuru.
Reminds me a little bit of the events that took place in Murang'a. Deputy President William Ruto and his allies are again accusing the Inspector General of Police of being partisan. Well, the Deputy President William Ruto himself says there is a grand plan to fully isolate him from government, but he insists that it will neither intimidate him or drown out his 2022 presidential ambitions. The Deputy President spoke during his second day tour of Baringo and Marakwet counties, where the supremacy wars between himself and Senator Gideon Moi showed up again. Lois Wangoi reports.
Deputy President William Ruto says there is a plan to fully isolate and eject him from the Jubilee government.
Kuna watu wako na njama ati wanataka kusisukuma kutoka serikali ya Jubilee niende pembeni. Mimi nawauliza, wakati tulitafuta serikali ya Jubilee, Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa na mimi ama alikuwa na wale wakora wako na yeye saizi? Kuna watu wanasukumwa nje, wanasukumwa kwa kamati hii, wanatolewa kwa kamati ile, wanatolewa mahali pale ati kwa sababu wao ni marafiki ya Deputy President. When did it become a crime to become a friend of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who was elected alongside the President of the Republic of Kenya?
With the DP being in Baringo, the home of Senator Gideon Moi, discourse on the supremacy battle between him and Moi showed face.
Lakini leo nilikula KANU, nilikula jogoo Disemba, na nimeleta mifupa na wheelbarrow. Mutanionyesha mahali chamani yangu yako ndio nimpe mifupa yake. Tuko hasla.
Hata achasema anything kwa Senate, kazi yake tu ni kusema I vote yes, I vote no. Hakuna motion, hakuna bill, hakuna agenda. Atakuwa rais wa wapi mtu kama huyo?
This battle was also seen when the County Assembly of Baringo voted and shot down the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020, for which the Tanga team has applauded them.
Niseme shukran kwa wananchi wa Baringo na hasa viongozi wenyu wa bunge la county, sababu mlionyesha nyinyi sio watu wa kubebwa ufala. Nyinyi ni watu wa kubebwa ufala. Nyinyi ni watu wa kubeba watu na wheelbarrow na kusema ukweli.
The heating up of politics in the rift and beyond is still creating rifts and raising temperatures and concerns. Lois Wangoi in the county of Baringo.
Those on the other side of the political divide, and that is ODM legislators, Orange Democratic Movement legislators, led by the party leader Raila Odinga, have accused Deputy President William Ruto of betraying President Uhuru Kenyatta at his hour of need, and that is for the country's transformation. This comes even as Odinga dares those opposing the BBI for a duel at the ballot.
The proponents of the Building Bridges initiative led by ODM leader Raila Odinga were in Homa Bay County pushing the BBI agenda. The former premier exuded confidence in the success of the planned changes to the Supreme Law, and his lieutenants took hits at the Deputy President William Ruto, who is opposing the BBI.
The coming Tuesday is called the Super Tuesday. But Tuesday, we want to get 24 counties approving BBI bill. There are people doubting Thomases who have been fighting BBI. And we want to tell them, don't change your mind. Continue to oppose BBI. Let us meet with you people in the debate.
The third highest economic growth was realized in 2018 after handshake. Is the problem. If he could accept that we fight corruption and end the culture of public funds pilferage, this country would make a step forward.
Serikali kuu nchi hii ya Kenya haiwezi kukubali ya kwamba makao ya rais msaidizi imekuwa headquarter ya chama. Haiwezekani.
Baringo Senator Gideon Moi is still out pushing BBI, despite his county's assembly being the only one to shoot it down.
BBI is about changing your lives for the better. BBI is not about individuals.
In Nairobi County, various leaders were also on the campaign trail, saying the BBI-driven constitutional changes will resolve Kenya's social and economic challenges.
Hatutaki matusi kwa president wetu. Yule anatukana Uhuru. Sisi tunajua hii Nairobi. Wewe usikanyage Nairobi kama unatukana Uhuru. Tutadili na wewe. Hatutaki vita, hatutaki mambo mingi. Tunataka maendeleo.
The Constitution Amendment Bill has been passed by 11 county assemblies. Only one, Baringo, has shot it down. At least 24 counties are required to pass the bill before proceeding to the legislature. Vincent Odur, NTV.
That's it. The politics of the day, done and dusted. But then again, can we ever really be done with it? But let's take a look at the other stories making news tonight. And I wish I had better news. But tragically, the lifeless body of a Nairobi-based businesswoman who went missing on Friday has been found dumped in Kajiado. I beg your pardon, I believe her body was found dumped in Kajiado on Friday. Police suspect that Caroline Minor could have been tortured as her body was mutilated and her eyes were gouged out. 3 suspects, some her close friends, have since been arraigned. Rose Wangoi with the details.
Bright, full of life smile captured on these photos are the pictures the public had of 38-year-old Caroline Minor, who was reported as having gone missing on February 12th under mysterious circumstances.
We got a call from one of the friends called Joyce on Saturday telling us that Carol went missing, so we got concerned. I live in Embu with my sister, so we had to travel.
On Friday, officers handling the case at the Directorate of Criminal Investigations called Carol's sister and asked to identify the body, which had been dumped at Kajiado County.
She went and viewed her body at Kajiado mortuary. And so far we've managed to transfer her body to KU. And by looking at it, it's badly mutilated. Her eyes are gouged out, and it's not easy for the family.
Scenes of anguish and despair at the Kenyatta Memorial Funeral Home, telling the tale of how the days of searching have come to an end. The harsh reality for her family and friends, Carol is no more. The business lady was last seen at Steamer Plaza in Ngara, and her vehicle was found dumped near Gatina Primary School in Kawangware. The DCI official said some of the suspects who had been held over the matter guided them to the place. So far, Carol's friend and churchmate Mercy Gitiri alongside Edwin Otieno, Stephen Odor and Samuel Okoth have been arrested and arraigned before Kibera Senior Resident Magistrate Rini Kitagwa.
One of the suspects was on the call log, but I've never met him. I saw him the day he was arrested at Kabete.
Police suspect that her death could have been a result of a business deal gone wrong.
Lakini yao tunachia tu police will investigate the motive behind the kidnappers.
The family of the 38-year-old, who is survived by 2 children, says much as the end of the search is tragic, they're glad to have closure. Rozongoi, NTV.
The family there says they're placing their trust in the police, and I hope the police do earn that trust. Each passing day, Kenyans pay taxes to the government in one way or the other, either imposed by the government through earnings or through the purchase of commodities. The taxes are meant to aid in the establishment of amenities, among them infrastructure and development. But many Kenyans decry how their monies are used mainly because of poor leadership that has seen many needs of Kenyans go neglected despite the hefty promises given by politicians. In Theta Ward, Juja, Kiambu County, locals were fed up by the Gwakairo-Matangini road, which had become impassable, literally took matters into their own hands to carry out road repairs, saying the quest to get help from the government has fallen on deaf ears. Melita Oletenges with that story.
Men and women are at work. They have taken the role into their own hands. They are fixing a dilapidated road in Theta Ward in Kiambu County's Juja constituency. This should ordinarily be done by the government, but they say years of waiting on the government to act have been in vain, claiming the administration's response has been sluggish and inadequate.
Hii barabara all the way from Gwakairo mpaka Matangi tumechoka nayo kwa sababu iwe ni mvua, iwe ni wakati ya jua, hii barabara tu ni shida tupu.
Tunamobilize watu wa magari wanatoa 50, 100 hivyo na tunapata suruhu ya kutengeneza hii barabara.
They have sourced the materials themselves and hired a road grader, saying their livelihoods have suffered enough at the hands of leaders who are failing to deliver.
Clients when you unabeba hata hawezi furahia, they can't enjoy the ride because of one thing, venye barabara iko, it is a road worthy carry vehicle and a bike. Hata ukibeba customer ni anytime umwangushe.
Chenye iko ni ati atusaidiki. Afadhali kuongea ukweli. Na tafadhali asiulize mwenye anatengeneza ni sisi wenyeji wa huku.
The road users say they have been victims of unfulfilled political promises. They were told that the busy road would be tarmacked once they elected the leaders into office. Years after they cast their votes, they are doing the very work they voted the leaders to do through the taxes they pay.
Tutaweka mbali. Ukikuja wewe ni wa siasa. Sisi ndio tulitoa hii ngiri 100 hapa ya kutengeneza hii barabara. Tukiweka hiyo mbali, lazima urudishe pesa yetu ndio ukuje uingize siasa hapa.
These are the leaders under whose jurisdiction the road lies, who the residents say they look to for solutions. Theta Ward Member of County Assembly Simon Kuria Karema, who is also in the House Finance and Economic Planning Committee, as well as the Public Service Committee. Juja Member of Parliament Francis Waititu, Kiambu Governor James Nyoro, and President Uhuru Kenyatta, who also hails from Kiambu County. Melita Oletenges, NTV.
Stay with us. We have the latest pronouncement from the Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha on exams on the other side of this break.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
What is family? Family is a solid foundation to build on and a strong pillar to lean on. It is believing in each one of us for the betterment of all of us. Family is working together today to win together tomorrow. It is creating opportunities for a lifetime of happiness. It is knowing we are valued, respected, understood, and most of all, supported. The future is bright because you can always bank on family. Family Bank, with you for life.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust to provide effective relief, and it's gentle on the stomach. Try Panadol Advance for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Advance. This has been Medifax for Panadol.
This looks different.
It is. See for yourself.
Okay, so it's a photo.
Look closer. Photos within photos.
What about video?
8K video. Beyond cinema quality.
So...
You can pull portrait quality photos straight from video.
But will it last the whole trip?
Battery for the whole trip and the way back.
This is different.
Told you.
Mungu, mimi nashukuru pale umetufikisha na blessing zote umetupatia. Kufika miaka 40 si mchezo. Kukuja Churchill the journey si mchezo. Na kumbuka tukifoot paka mguu inauma. Tukikula sukuma mpaka tumbo inafura. Maisha yanatubamba si siri. Siringi. Siringi.
This Sunday live on NTV at 8, catch us live. Mimi, the legend himself, living treasure, Jua.
Au sio Jua kale.
Au sio itakuwa noma tena sana. Na waita namna. Kata.
Nasema Churchill ya mavijana. Kushiba ni baada ya sala. Kuiba nao squeeze ni bala. Make sure umeote mtu wangu.
Bonane Sunday itakuwa noma tena sana.
Gift your loved one a plot of value-added land at the Garden of Joy and get an instant 14K cash voucher for a 500K plus deposit. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
Thank you for staying with us on NTV Weekend Edition. Now, a storm is brewing in Kisumu over a plan to relocate a 73-year-old school from the city centre. Governor Anyang' Nyong'o's administration wants Kisumu Boys High School and other institutions within the city centre moved to create space for the expansion of the central business district. But the school's alumni association is promising to fight tooth and nail against it, sparking off a fierce debate. Okokusa with that debate.
Established in 1948, Indian High School, as it was known back then, was designated for the Indian community, which was providing the bulk of the labor during the construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway. But it is in 1961 that the school acquired its current name, Kisumu Boys High School. It is this rich history that opponents of a plan by the county government of Kisumu to demolish the institution are counting.
Kisumu Boys has now gained the status of an international heritage center. It's a place where people can come and say that is this the first school that was established, by the people who built Kenya-Uganda Railway.
But the city manager, Abala Wanga, insists that the school is sitting on prime land that can augment the town's economic potential.
As the town goes on to grow, I don't think it will be so fair to leave the schools there.
The county government also argues that the environment is not conducive enough for learning.
Now the city is growing and expanding. This is going to be a central trading area for the city. So the school is getting choked.
The opponents disagree.
Some of us have traveled quite a while. When you go to these big cities, whether you are in New York, or you are in Brisbane, or you are in Auckland, you have schools right in the center of the CBD.
Kisumu Boys, together with its historical neighbor Kisumu Girls, as well as the county referral hospital, Lake Primary School, and the town's main bus park, have all been earmarked for relocation as part of the planned redesigning of the lakeside city.
We have a lot of land in Kiboza and Chiga area, around 105 acres, to put an industrial park and also translocate the schools to area. There's no demolition of the school. That is inciting and demonizing the whole project.
They said they have 100 acres outside. Why don't they redesign the town going outside?
Why would you remove a hospital that operates as an emergency center? It is the only functional, in quotes, hospital there. The problem with politicians is that when they are sick, they're able to fly abroad. So they might not understand the dynamics.
The board of Kisumu Boys Alumni Foundation and the school's board of management recently met and resolved to fight the relocation tooth and nail.
We have a lot of options that we are thinking about that the Constitution allows us. We are going to explore those options, which includes, but it's not limited to, going to court.
The Constitution also says the sovereign power belongs to the people. We are the people speaking. The government is obliged to listen to the people.
On the streets, residents too have joined the debate.
Hii shule na ile ingine ya Kisumu Girls at least ipelekwe outskirt, hata kama huko chini, huko Saiza Molem, huko chini ama huko airport, at least tubaki town hizi waeke manyumba zingine zile za kisasa, town ikuwe kubwa.
Now, the Alumni Association has embarked on a petition signing mission, hoping to collect as many signatures as possible with the aim of stopping the relocation. Okusa NTV in Kisumu.
And Okusa had a very interesting experience there trying to cross the road. Cabinet Secretary for Education George Magoha has expressed his confidence in learners who are sitting exams, saying they have what it takes to excel despite being home for 9 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic. There remains concern about all the learners who have not resumed school and are meant to sit their exams.
We are going to administer this examination, remembering that these are our children who have been outside school for 9 months. I think that's important. And the children must be told this again and again and again. So there is no need to be too apprehensive, because nobody brought corona, they did not bring it, and therefore they should not suffer unfairly for it. So none of them is going to suffer unfairly for it.
The sports news is up next.
All the days and the nights, reading for them and to them. You don't stop, and neither do we. Help build a strong foundation for your growing child with Nestle Nunkid. Nestle Nunkid 4. Our best for you.
The Ministry of Health would like to remind all Kenyans that coronavirus is still among us and that we must continue to adhere to all preventative measures to contain the spread of this deadly disease, including proper wearing of face masks.
Avoid wearing your mask under your nose, under your chin, because this doesn't protect you. The droplets can still land in the environment and things can still land on your nose and mouth.
Komesha Corona. Okoa maisha.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Mhasibu Sacco Society Limited is a reputable Tier 1 Sacco for all professionals. We pride ourselves in business stability and growth, having been in existence for the last 35 years with an asset base of over 6 billion shillings and over 18,000 members spread across the world. All professionals should join us to benefit from competitive products, high qualifying credit, attractive returns, and services automation. Join us and attain your financial independence. Mhasibu Sacco, the Sacco for professionals.
Helen Paul.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I've been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic's thick formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach.
Wow, now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that she's part of the mission, the next house is yours.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Karibuni sana Lotto. This is the money hour. Jina langu ni Beverly Nita. Kumbuka unachezea jackpot ya 25 million Kenya shillings.
Jina langu ni Mike Makori, hapa kukukumbusha 25 million Kenya shillings could be yours if you match your 6 lucky numbers to enter the mega jackpot draw.
All you have to do is play any amount from 50 shillings to 1,000 Kenya shillings, known as a jishindia, yani ile juu jackpot ya 25 million Kenya shillings.
Kumbuka pia thousands of other cash prizes are up for grabs in the second chance lucky draw. Kucheza ni rahisi.
All you have to do is weke between 50 bob to 1,000 Kenya shillings, pay bill number 77700, alafu tunakuambia
kila laheri.
As I said last week, just because we are starting the sports news early does not mean we do not have more for you. In fact, we have something very special set up for you on the other side of this. Kenya's men's basketball team will take on Angola tonight in their second Group B match of the final round of the FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Morans, who need just one win to qualify, lost 69-51 to Senegal in their opening match yesterday. The team, which is under Australian coach Elizabeth Mills, will finish their qualifier pool matches against Mozambique on Sunday. The top 3 teams from each pool will qualify for the FIBA AfroBasket, which will be held in Kigali, Rwanda between August the 24th and September the 5th. Kenya last featured in the Continental Showpiece 28 years ago. KCB's dream of bridging the score gap between them and champions Tusker FC was brought to a halt after a 2-1 defeat by Nzoia Sugar at Sudi Stadium in Bungoma County. The Bankers' defeat means they're second on the table with 25 points, 4 behind Tusker at the top and 29 points. Meanwhile, Nairobi City Stars beat Zoo FC 2-1 at Kasarani Stadium. City Stars' goals were scored by Kevin Okumu and Eric Ombi Abidjan, while Zoo's lone goal was netted by Matthew Odongo. In other select results, Bidco United beat Mathare United 2-1 at the Kasarani Stadium, while Kakamega Homeboys came from behind to beat Western Steamer 3-2 at Moi Stadium in Kisumu. To the Australian Open now, and Japan's Naomi Osaka dismissed Jennifer Brady of the United States in straight sets to win her 4th Grand Slam title in a show-stopping performance in Melbourne today. 23-year-old Osaka edged a tight first set but controlled the second to win 6-4, 6-3 in just. Becomes the 3rd player after Monica Seles and Roger Federer to win their first 4 major finals. Osaka will now rise to 2nd in the world rankings.
Like a Jen Brady.
The Emerging Stars Academy and Talanta Bora Company today organized a talent search at St. Mary's School grounds in Westlands, Nairobi, with the aim of identifying untapped talent among them and later enrolling them in the academy. The trials, included players between the ages of 6 and 18.
And our objective is to start an academy for both boys and girls within the Nairobi region to discover talent and give them the best possible pathway to the professional game in Europe, but not only a pathway to the professional game, but also in the educational system in regards to helping the players focus on their academics as well as moving with potential scholarships in the USA.
Kenya nzima vijana wanacheza, wanapenda kandanda wakiwa na miaka 2, miaka 3, wakiendelea miaka 12, wakienda shule za upili wanacheza kandanda, lakini inafika mahali wanawacha. Na sababu ya hao kuacha ni kwa sababu hawajapata ule mwelekeo. Hakuna watu ambao wako na ujuzi wa mambo ya kandanda kuwaelekeza na kuambia tutaenda hivi, usiende hivi, nenda hivi. So wanaachilia pale, wanaenda katika mambo mengine ambayo hata mengine si mazuri kwa kijamii. So sisi tukaketi pamoja, tuko wakurugenzi 7. 3 wako Uingereza, mmoja akiwa ni Mkenya. Tumeshirikiana na university moja kule Marekani, Amerika, ambayo wamesema watatupatia scholarship. Scholarship zile zitaenda kwa kijana ama msichana katika Academy ya Emerging Stars, ambaye kwanza anacheza kandanda vizuri, pili yuko sawa klasini. So tunaambia vijana hata wakija hapa ya kwamba usiangalie tu mpira na mguu wako na mkono na nini, pia uangalie masomo yako unavyoyatimiza.
The reason I came here is because I felt like this new academy was offering other people a chance to become professional footballers while being realistic, not just selling dreams to young people.
I wonder, as a man, would you move into your girl's house if it was bigger and better? Well, that informs the conversation coming up next.
Family is working together today. It is creating opportunities for a lifetime of happiness. The future is bright because you can always bank on family. Family Bank, with you for life.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Just got faster. Get fully locked on Airtel 4G. Enjoy our wider coverage. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Kijani Ridge is Tatu City's premier neighborhood, offering a 1.5 acre fully serviced plot in a controlled development. The plots overlook a beautiful dam with natural green spaces. Kijani Ridge is a walking distance from Nova Pioneer and Crawford International Schools. Families are already moved in and more homes are under construction. Contact us for daily site visits and join us for our mega open weekend on 6th and 7th March.
Cusco Housing Cooperative offers end-to-end integrated property solution to individual and corporate members. We offer loans for plot buying, house construction, house purchase, house completion, among others. To benefit, join and save towards your dream home 5 times your savings with no guarantors and repayment period of 15 years. For inquiries, call us on 0722 701 694 or 0727 570 121. Cusco Housing Cooperative, your property solution partner.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
The magic beckons. From aquatic thrills to wild adventures, experience our latest additions to the magical Kenya Signature Experiences collection, filled with the most unique and authentic Kenyan travel experiences to cure your wanderlust. No matter where you choose to travel in this paradise we get to call home, you will be spoiled for choice and make memories that you'll cherish for a lifetime. Rediscover the magic.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
One of the best ways to save money is by visualizing what you're saving for. If you need motivation, set saving targets along with a timeline to make it easier to save.
All professionals should join us to benefit from competitive products, high qualifying credit, attractive returns, and services automation. Join us and attain your financial independence. Mhasibu Sacco, the Sacco for professionals.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa. Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hi, guy, what
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
How to safely live with snakes. Keep your compound clean and tidy. Don't put your hands or feet in hollow logs or rock crevices. Keep poultry and other farm animals at a safe distance from the house. Use a torch when walking at night. Be alert at all times in the bush, especially early morning when snakes are more likely to be sunning. Use raised beds and mosquito nets while sleeping. Message brought to you by Kenya Snakebite Research and Intervention Center in collaboration with Neglected Tropical Disease Program, Ministry of Health.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Mix of the Week in association with Airtel.
I don't check my energy.
Bossy, bossy. Fast just got faster. Get fully locked on Airtel 4G. Now wider coverage to download, stream and browse at high speed. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Karibuni sana Lotto. This is the money hour. Jina langu ni Beverly Nita. Kumbuka unachezea jackpot ya 25 million Kenya shillings.
Jina langu ni Mike Makori. Hapa kukukumbusha 25 million Kenya shillings could be yours if you match your 6 lucky numbers to enter the mega jackpot draw.
All you have to do is play any amount from 50 shillings to 1,000 Kenya shillings, known as a jishindia, yani ile juu jackpot ya 25 million Kenya shillings.
Kumbuka pia thousands of other cash prizes are up for grabs in the second chance lucky draw. Kucheza ni rahisi.
All you have to do is weke between 50 bob to 1,000 Kenya shillings, pay bill number 77700, alafu tunakuambia
kila laheri.
Mungu, mimi nashukuru pale umetufikisha na blessings zote umetupatia. Kufika miaka 40 si mchezo. Kukuja Churchill the journey si mchezo. Na kumbuka tukifood paka mguu inauma. Tukikula sukuma mpaka tumbo inafura. Maisha yanatubamba si siri. Siringi. Siringi.
This Sunday live on NTV at 8, catch us live. Mimi, na the legend himself, living treasure, Jua.
I'll see you, Jua Kale.
I'll see you, kwa noma tena sana, na waita namna. Kata.
Nasema, chini ya mavijana, kushiba ni baada ya sala. Kuiba nao squeezy, bala. Make sure umeote mtu wangu.
Bonane Sunday, itakuwa noma tena sana.
Gift your loved one a plot of value-added land at the Garden of Joy and get an instant 14k cash voucher for a 500k plus deposit. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
We're back, and you're going to want to sit down as well for this next part. Dan Mwangi, what do you have for us?
I have toxic masculinity. Okay, I don't have it, but we have a conversation on toxic masculinity. Should men cry? Should men dress in pink? Should men express themselves? Should they even cook, especially if they are married? Or
yes, and yes.
Let's let the men talk to us first. Then we'll figure out what Olive has in mind. When was the last time you cried?
I've never cried in my life.
In your life? Tangu kwa mtoi?
Okay, when I was a kid, I wasn't a man.
And according to you, when did you become a man?
When I turned 21 years old.
Have you gone through tough times?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
But you chose not to cry au kusia tu kulia?
Okay, I feel usually depressed. I feel down. I usually look for alternatives to get myself, to uplift my spirits, but not to cry.
Chris, when was the last time you cried?
I think yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, just my own closet. And I feel the emotions are too hard on me. I just open up and cry. And actually, it brings that relaxation mood and feeling like, wow, you can cry a man. And that, most importantly, I feel lighter than before.
Brian, when was the last time you cried?
Hata nimeshangaa kusikia alikuwa analia. Okay, siwezi kumbuka time last kulia. But maybe nilikuwa mle sana. Okay, nimepata kitu ninaweza fanya nilie, but ile tu kujijaza, like unajijaza tu. Unajua kuna ile yenye sasa nikilia alafu. Ukilia unaonyesha uko weak. Of which mtu hafai kuona wewe uko weak.
Mbona?
Because umelia. Like
mbona mtu hafai kuona uko weak?
Because when you're a man should be like strong. Anafaa onyeshe like end yako juu ya watu wengine. So like nikilia naona maybe mademu watakuwa like sasa huyu.
Baraka, on your part, when was the last time you cried, if you can remember?
Last year, around August, I cried not once, not twice. It was almost the same situation. A friend departed this world, and the first few days, actually the first week, we were out there, the strong ones, you know, trying to help the family keep up with the situation. Yeah, till the day we buried him when we went back home. I remember I was in the room. I woke up actually crying, so I didn't know what was happening. So thank God I am alone in the room.
There's an issue of I want to cry.
No, apana you.
Why is it an issue to cry in front of people?
Now, I've never seen my dad cry. And while I was growing up, any boy who cried, he was told, wacha kuwa msichana. While growing up, I knew girls cry, boys don't cry. So when it happens that I feel like crying, will these people think I'm a girl? So let me go in my room and...
You cry in front of other people?
Well, sincerely speaking, being in Africa, where men crying is sort of stigma, and will be the talk of, everybody talk about you, how can you cry in public, as you have said. And again, the society has brought us out like men should be the strong ones in the society. For instance, during grief and bereavement, and then you cry in front of people, they will think that, wow, we have no energy as. I think I've seen my dad crying in public during times when he is happy. Especially when after my KCSE, and I was like, oh, my son has passed. I didn't know he has gotten these good grades. I met my dad, he hugged me, and then he had tears of joy. I don't know why tears of joy are okay in public, but tears of sorrows are not okay. But
the way he started, he said we're in Africa. The way we are socialized as men, you don't cry at all. Like, okay, let me take for instance me. Even if I feel like I want to cry, the tears won't come out, because it's just like doing something that is a taboo.
I've seen people who jamana kati dem lakini anamongelesha kijeshi. You emotions.
Yeah, confidence has to come out, like you have to show that you're the man. Because women are attracted to whatever, to confidence. So if you you're whimpering somehow, you won't get anywhere with them.
But they also say women like a man who's in touch with his emotions.
They usually say that.
You look like you're not in touch with your emotions.
I don't think so. Like,
when mekono kiriak sana, ukikatia demu na konga kijeshi.
Okay, mimi kwa venye niko sita change because ni demu. Mimi nitamu approach tu venye nita approach maybe ni beshte yangu kitu kaa hiyo, but sitakuwa tina ile na nimuonyeshe emotions zangu, like nimuonyeshe niko nitwaje wa maana sana.
You could show emotions, you'll come out as clingy, someone needy, yeah. And as a man, you really need to be, masculine, yeah.
If say you're going through a tough time, would you consider going for therapy? Oh. That reaction in itself is very telling.
No, I don't think so. Let's be real. If I need therapy, I'll go in my house, lock myself, talk to my spirit, talk to my soul, talk to my mind, talk to myself, I'll be fine.
There's a time I was there. I couldn't consider going for therapy, but thank God because of mental health awareness and being part of a team that creates awareness on mental health, I've come to realize that going for therapy is very normal. The only problem we have, and he has said, as in Africa or as men, we think that going for therapy, we are weak. But I think it does not turn you to be weak. It makes you a stronger man because you're able to face the challenges you encounter next strongly.
As far as I am concerned, the strength in handling matters of life is in your capacity to handle it alone. Pambana nayo kabisa. I mean, which question that therapist will ask that you can't ask yourself?
It has never crossed my mind that neza enda kituka therapy. Haijai click. Because I look for a way to deal with the pressure enye nitaface huku nje.
Sema you go through a very tough time in life. How do you deal with it?
Nitatoka nje, I will take a walk, drink. Okay, kuna vitu mob hapo katikati nitafanya.
That suffering is going to make it's like gold being put through fire to be refined. The suffering will make you, it's part of life. So stop running to therapy and thinking that you're going to come out.
But are you saying therapy has no value?
It has no value. As a man, you're just going to waste your money. Let your person like we drink, you give you advice.
Siwezi enda therapy.
Kwa nini?
Kwa nini enda kulilia mtu mashida zangu na yako na zake? Last year nilikuwa na go through a tough time. Tuseme kituka depression na kaivu na feel ni kama unaweza hadi kujiua kituka hiyo. But sikuongea. Na sikuambia mtu, nilienda tu nikaketi chini, nikaanza kutafuta tu a way o venye hiyo feeling itanitoka na venye nitaweza ku get back on my feet.
What if that person is not a therapist, not a psychologist or psychiatrist, ni beshte yako?
Mimi nitamwambia kuna beshte yangu mahali pia anasafa. Sitamwambia ni mimi.
So my question is mbona unasema ni wewe?
Like huwezi ambia hiyo ni gangster points zitashuka. Kitu ya kwanza zitashuka mbaya.
If you want therapy, I think you can go to YouTube slowly. No. And then you can get all type of advice that you want.
But you find someone with your exact circumstances?
No. Okay, let's say Brian is my friend. Last year we had an issue with relationships. No. We hid ourselves, behind drugs. Until now we came out, took a tafuta advice on YouTube. Then we came to discover these things is how you do them.
So you actually went through some sort of therapy on YouTube?
We searched for information. We didn't go for therapy. We searched for information. We really wanted to know how relationships work, and we are now pros. That's we are happy.
Si lazima nisumbue mtu. I'm having this thing. Tunafanya namna gani? Because if not careful, you may become overly dependent on people.
Come on, Dan. Where's the rest of that? That was so interesting.
You'll find the rest of it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel.
Okay, fine. And that's
so what
NTV Kenya. NTV Kenya is the channel. You want to hear the rest of it. I want to hear the rest of it. I engaged the experts on what toxic masculinity is. My good editors here permitting, we will carry that tomorrow. What did I think of the conversation? Enlightening.
Yeah, and which of the guys did you feel was realistic to you?
Baraka, who you are matching.
It just so happens. Baraka, really?
Yeah.
Well, not Chris, the guy who was in yellow and who said, like crying makes you look weak and you lose gangster points.
Oh. I'm torn now, to be honest. I'm now torn. But do you do the same thing? Like, do you go to your guy friends and then you're like, kunumse, like hypothetically?
I have a friend.
Okay.
We'd say some of that.
Well, that brings NTV Weekend Edition to a close as usual. If you'd like to watch the full interview that Dan had with those gentlemen, go to our YouTube channel, NTV Kenya. My name is Olive Barros.
And I'm Dan Mwangi. We do this every Saturday, talk about social issues. So reach out to us and tell us what you think we should talk about. Good night.
Thank you, Flora.
This is NTV.